funny times. I think if you're looking at Facebook and Google, you don't know what to believe. You're listening to information and next you're seeing this is false. And you're going, ooh. People that are posting stuff, people you're following, and then half the stuff is noted as false. And it's never been more confusing ever in life. And what I here to tell you is that please stop following the news. Please stop listening to the radio. RTE in Ireland is corrupt. We have proof. The BBC in the UK is corrupt. There's plenty of proof. CNN in the USA is corrupt. There's plenty of proof. There's 4 corporations own 90% of the media. They tell you what to believe. You have all been feared into what's going on at the moment. You all think there's a good chance you might die because of a disease, a pandemic that's spreading. How many of you are aware of what happened in Berlin on Saturday? Any of you? The reason that you're not aware, and I expected this because I had a few conversations during the week and I was kind of shocked, because I surround myself with people that know what's going on. There was about 5 million people in Berlin marching, protesting because they know what's going on. In London, the same time, there was maybe millions, I don't know, it's hard to tell because the press say, in Ireland they said 500 and you could see a square full of people. They're people that have woken up and they realise we're living in a scam. We're surrounded by all lies. And you might think your government can actually help you. You might think we have the wrong government now. I hear people constantly complaining in Poland about the Polish government. You'll see it in America. You've got Joe Biden, who is obviously does something wrong there. He's basically like a paedophile. If you trace it back, what he's been doing, you see him touching kids on stage. So what does he do off stage? You've got Donald Trump on the other side. People are thinking that Donald Trump is the savior. I beg to differ. I think what's after happening is you've got a lot of people on one side that actually think that he's going to save them and they're stepping back. Nobody should step back. You all need to stand up now. It's actually very dangerous. In Ireland, we've got a government of left and right. Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil in opposition for 100 years. They're together now because they had such little voting. And what's after happening is they've just voted in on a bill to evict people, a vulture fund bill. And they're in with the Green Party. And the Green Party voted for that as well. And some people think, I'll vote for somebody else, it's going to make a difference. It is not going to make a difference. The governments are controlled, they're all controlled. There was an excellent speech that was done last week in Dublin by Dolores Cahill. She's got qualifications, immunologist, biologist. She worked for the Irish government on science for 10 years, an expert to the EU for 15 years. She's asked people to prove her wrong. She's surrounded by about 500 doctors that are coming out. Do you know how many deaths she said last week from corona? 4,200. Not in Ireland, in the world. And you go, what? But we're hearing all this. Everybody is sick. In Ireland, under 25 years of age, one child, 17 years of age, died because of it. One. The whole country is in lockdown. All the children have to wear masks. They're planning all the mass injections. Does that seem right to you? The knock-on effect from this, the psychological value to children who are actually seeing everybody covered up, their parents freaking out when they touch a wall or go over to another child and engage like normal, it's detrimental to the child. There's going to be psychological problems for years. All the businesses, everyone thinks the government is coming out to actually save you. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're basically getting money and saying, we had to borrow to give bailouts and now your taxes will go up. All the small companies are going under. Even if you pay attention to what's going on here, you can see a lot of the shops, all the small people, they've all closed already. Lots of them. There's a lot of people in trouble. If you were working as a waitress or if you were working in the hotel industry, do you think they're looking after you? So you have to be cautious of what's going on. What I say is, these people have said, I can try to prove me wrong. So she's a specialist at saying it, it's not me. And what I say is, anything I say here and now, don't believe me either, but investigate it. But don't go to Google, because unfortunately Google is no longer one of the good boys. Google is blocking all the healthy information. I've had a lot of very good people on my show, professors, pharmacists, and they're all confirming all the good information is being withdrawn from Google. So now if you check, is something safe, you'll get information that will tell you that they're giving you the wrong information, not the truth. You have fact checkers around the world. When you put something on Facebook, fact checker coming up. It's all corrupt. They're all orchestrated from the bad boys. So what I'm saying is, the people that are around the world, we've got 16,000 clubs of Toastmasters. Instead of coming in and saying, wear your masks and be afraid, take off your masks and start joining the army that are fighting these people. The influencers, I ask, where are ye? Where's the influencers around the world? There's people that have millions of followers. And what are they doing? They're closing their mouth because they don't want to lose their followers. Because they know they'll get banned if they shout up. But if enough people stand up and tell their audience, that's how we make a change. So, don't believe me. Investigate everything. Don't believe anything the news is telling you. CNN or any of these. Knowledge is power. And through community, we can change the world.